Ooh.
Next on EBERT ROEPER, the films that made us roll our eyes and check our watches.
We're ranking the worst films of 2005.
Now picture that, but everywhere.
That was a scene from Fantastic Four, and it kicks off our annual extravaganza of awful films. I'm Richard Roeper.
And I'm Roger Ebert, and Fantastic Four is 10th on my list. Just think, there were 9 films last year worse than Fantastic Four.
Least.
A mysterious star storm invests human characters with superpowers. Mr. Fantastic has a body that can take any form. The Thing is incredibly strong and stony. Invisible Woman can generate force fields. Her brother Johnny Storm can burn like a supernova, and all of them seem bored by the movie's plot.
That Thing doesn't look so fantastic.
Ben Grimm is a genuine American hero.
What he means is every team needs a mascot. A new day is dawning. The day of the Fantastic Four.
It is absolutely stupendously amazing that these people can do these stupendous, amazing things, and yet they're incredibly casual about their powers. Johnny Storm, for example, could incinerate the earth itself, but he shows off by setting his thumb on fire like it's a cigar lighter. It's got to get better than that.
You would think so. And you know what? Jessica Alba, if you're going to put her in a film, she should be the visible girl, not invisible. She's Jessica Alba. My number 10 pick is The Legend of Zorro, which sucks all the charm, all the romance, and all the adventure out of the 1998 hit. Plus, it's really long. This time around, the aging Antonio Banderas plays the dark hero as kind of a town mascot. He's a cheerful swordsman who uses Three Stooges slapstick to defeat the cartoonish villains. Worst of all, Banderas and Catherine Zeta-Jones have turned into a bickering sitcom couple who get divorced due to a ludicrous contrivance of the screenplay. And it doesn't help that their son is a mini Zorro who has magically inherited his father's abilities, but can't figure out that it's Daddy behind that little mask.
The first film was so good, and now they're trying to remake Spy Kids. I don't understand it. My number 9, Elektra, is another superhero movie. This one starring Jennifer Garner as a killer for hire who has mastered all the martial arts but has not mastered her obsessive-compulsive disorder. Hired to protect a young girl, she becomes the target of a secret group known as the Hand. Number 8 on my list, Undead, begins with a meteor shower that turns a small Australian town into zombies, which threaten the woman just crowned Miss Catch of the Day in the big fishing tournament. Escaping town with the Miss Catch of the Day runner-up, she encounters a guy who blasts flesh-eating zombies with 3 barrels at a time. And my number 7 film, Constantine, starred Keanu Reeves as a chain-smoking professional demon hunter who knows that some who walk among us are scavengers of the damned. He's dying of lung cancer, and his job is to cast demons back down into hell. No wonder he looks so depressed so much of the time. Rachel Weisz is the LA cop whose sister may be a demon victim.
What's wrong?
I don't know, I just feel...
The problem with all of these movies is that they've seen too many other movies. They're bored with themselves. They lack a sense of wonder. Everyone is so casual about the stupendous events surrounding them and the enormous powers at their command, and their challenges are so trivial. The thing about great superhero movies like Spider-Man 2 and Batman Begins is that they have the imagination to match the scope of their superpowers.
Yeah, well, curses on you for reminding me of the Undead. I had forgotten about that movie. And Constantine, you know, Keanu Reeves has that thing where he's like, you know, oh, curse you, fair demons, I'm going to get you. I mean, it's just an awful performance.
Lives over the bowling alley, yeah.
Bad movies. I got some more bad ones for you. At number 9, I've got Bewitched. It's another one of those postmodern, self-referential TV to movie jobs that's not nearly as clever as it thinks it is. Nicole Kidman's Samantha is an empty-headed romantic who arrives in Southern California ready to fall for the first idiot she meets. But if you want a normal life, why would you fall for a preening actor, and why would you become an actress yourself? This movie is so bad, it put a temporary stop to the Will Ferrell Comedy Express.
Oh my God, where's my dog?
We delve into remake territory once again with my number 8 pick, Guess Who, with Ashton Kutcher and Bernie Mac taking over the roles made famous by Sidney Poitier and Spencer Tracy. An upgrade? You decide.
Simon, I'm not joking. Stop it. Simon,
You
take it off.
You take it off. Come in.
At number 7, it's The Man, another movie trying and failing to squeeze laughs out of the badass black guy and the cowering white nerd. Samuel L. Jackson plays the rogue cop, and you better believe there's a scene where the lieutenant tells him to hand over his badge and his gun. Eugene Levy just phones it in as a dental supplies salesman from Wisconsin.
But if I hear the sound of your voice right now, I can't be responsible for my actions. So this would be a very good time for you to shut up!
This is the kind of movie that you could watch on an airplane without bothering to put on the headphones, and you'd still know what's happening, and you'd still know it was terrible.
I'd recommend watching it on an airplane without putting on the headphones or looking at the screen.
I still don't think it would be any good.
Coming up next, an Oscar winner, a former professional wrestler, and a creepy dancing baby all appear in some of the worst films of 2005.
Her nasal allergy symptoms had me jumping through hoops.
Did you get my Flonase refilled?
Would I deny you Flonase? For best results, use daily. Side effects may include headache, nosebleed, or sore throat. Can't give you diamonds.
I accept refills.
Hey, who are these for?
Oh, that one's for my niece Maggie.
It's perfect.
And the other one is for Antonio.
You're an aerobics instructor?
Yeah.
Great.
When you can find all the ways you need to say Happy Valentine's Day, you're in a good place. The Wild About You bunch. Buy any or all for $9.95 each when you buy 3 cards. Only at today's Hallmark Gold Crown.
What happens when you add real flour to the unbeatable no-stick power of Pam? Pan for baking, specially created to evenly reach every nook and cranny, so your most challenging baked goods just come out better. Pan for baking, another reason Pam is America's favorite no-stick spread.
I'm Bob Vila. If you're tired of the way your kitchen looks, Sears has good news for you. Imagine having your kitchen refaced. Choose from hundreds of styles and color combinations. Rich wood tones such as tawny oak and natural maple, or attractive contemporary colors for the style, look, and feel you've always wanted. The high-quality materials are installed by Sears-authorized kitchen refacing specialists.
Call now for your free, no-obligation in-home design consultation.
You can have the kitchen you've always wanted in as little as 3 days.
Placing ads in here can cost a bundle. The more you have to say, the more you'll pay. Is it really worth it? We took the classifieds and turned them inside out. Now you can post anything you want for free on Postaroo.com, the online bulletin board that's easy to use and, oh yeah, it's free. Sell that bike, push that band, or find a new friend, all with no registration on Postaroo. The classifieds have evolved. Free ads for you on Postaroo.com.
Richard and I are scraping the bottom of the barrel as we name the worst films of the year. Number 6 on my list is Doom. It takes place on the planet Mars, but you'd only know that from the opening shot. Everything else happens inside, where monsters spend most of their time attacking the characters and getting shot down, just as if this was a video game, which, you know, curiously enough, basically it is.
We're in pursuit! There's no way to attack! Beast on your back! There's no way to fight back! You've got no time to react!
Number 5 on my list, Son of the Mask. The magical mask from the first movie is found by a family dog who brings it home so that it can transform its owner, played by Jamie Kennedy, into a brilliant advertising man. He unwisely wears it to bed, fathering a super kid who, because he is still a baby, is more alarming than funny.
Baby, my heart's on fire. If you refuse me, honey, you lose me. Then you'll be left alone. Oh, baby, telephone and tell me I'm your own.
Here I think they missed a bet. They have the god Odin and his son Loki fighting for control of the mask, and they focus on how the family dog develops the powers of a cartoon character. The first Mask movie set us up for a lot more than that.
I think it's pretty funny that you are focusing on this one plot point as if somehow Son of the Mask could have been a good movie if they had only done it that way.
It didn't have to be this
terrible,
bad.
Roger. It's like in the
didn't have to be this bad.
It's like Dumb and Dumberer when they do the sequel and they can't even get the original actor, so you have these second-rate guys trying to do it, and it's just sad. Okay, at number 6, talking about sad, we got Miss Congeniality 2, Armed and Fabulous, with Sandra Bullock chomping up the scenery, doing a truly awful working-class accent as FBI agent Gracie Hart. Every scene clunks and sputters to a laugh-free conclusion, but the worst spectacle of all is a stage number in Vegas.
He's gonna give us the hook. Sell it, Tina. I left a good job in the city, working for the man every night and day.
Even less believable than Sandra Bullock as an FBI agent, Jessica Biel in my number 5 pick Stealth, playing a top-level Navy officer and pilot who apparently has crammed about 10 years of training into 6 months, given her age. In the funniest, supposedly serious sequence of the year, Biel gives play-by-play commentary as she somehow survives an ejection that would kill Superman.
I'm ejected at 35,000 feet. I'm under the plane. Here it comes.
Josh Lucas and Jamie Foxx are wasted as Biel's partners, but at least Foxx has the good sense to fly into a mountain so he can avoid the rest of the movie. And if you think I've spoiled the film by giving that away, hey, this show is called The Worst of 2005. We're trying to save you some DVD rental fees here.
Yeah, I like the part where she's trying to get across the DMZ from North Korea to South Korea, and they're spotting one single person from the air in airplanes that are going, what, I don't know, 1,000 miles an hour?
8 million miles an hour, I believe they're going.
That's the correct speed, okay.
Thank you.
We're getting closer to the top, or is that the bottom of our list as we work through the worst films of 2005?
What do you think?
The WB Mondays countdown to goodbye continues with Seventh Heaven's final 9 episodes. A secret to protect a friend.
I can't tell you anything.
So you do know your friend's in trouble?
Reveals the truth about Ruthie.
Let me help you.
Shouldn't you be taking care of your own daughter?
Ruthie? What's wrong with Ruthie?
Fresh Seventh Heaven. Then for one sister, pregnancy means serious complications.
Jenny, are you okay? Oh my God.
A fresh related after Seventh Heaven.
Monday starting at 8 on WB22.
The natural beauty, the rich heritage, the tranquil vistas. You can experience it all in North Carolina. Start planning your North Carolina getaway today. Call this toll-free number now for your free North Carolina travel guide.
Warm, welcoming, wonderful. This holiday season, rekindle the fire in a place where holiday wishes really do come true. And memories that last a lifetime are made in an instant. Call today for your free Asheville Visitor's Guide and holiday package information.
I think that's a 10. Let's go with a 10.
I'm sorry. I broke into your toy.
Roger and I are counting down the worst films of 2005. Coming in at number 4 on my list is The Longest Yard. Why did you give it a thumbs up? And why do a remake of the Burt Reynolds vehicle from 1974 with Adam Sandler?
I heard you were dead.
No, I ain't dead. I've been right here, rotting, waiting for a chance to get back at those sadistic guards. Waiting for this.
You know, it's true I gave it a thumbs up, but if you read my review at rogerebert.com, you'll read one of the most tortured explanations for that in history, and you can witness the sight of a critic's head exploding.
Yeah, well, you know, I think I'd like to check that out. At number 3, I wanted my head to explode as I sat through Monster-in-Law, a grotesquely unfunny comeback vehicle for Jane Fonda, who would have been better off doing another exercise video. In this loud, obnoxious, and desperate disaster, Fonda plays a deranged, insanely overprotective mother who flips out when her doctor's son gets engaged.
Oh, I'm so happy for you.
Oh,
Reggie.
oh my God, I can't believe this.
So happy for you. Congratulations. So pleased that you're going to be my daughter-in-law.
Most of this movie involves Fonda and Jennifer Lopez trying to one-up each other in slapstick fashion. It's just humiliating for them. Jane Fonda waited a decade and a half to do movies just so she could splat face down in a plate of tripe. Help!
Why
Help.
tripe? Why tripe, I wondered.
Well, I don't know.
You don't want to, when you make a movie like
Why
this,
tripe?
you don't want to bring up the subject of tripe. You don't want to introduce that topic
Maybe they were trying to tell us
into
something.
the discussion. Number 4 on my list, D.E.B.S, D-E.B.S, is,
B-A-D.
how you spell it, is about 4 beautiful women who work for a secret agency specializing in lying, cheating, stealing, killing, and having their security compromised because of a lesbian subplot.
I hate when
At
that
least the
happens.
lesbian material gives some of the characters individual attributes, or otherwise they would be as interchangeable as the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle D.E.B.S.
In 2003, she went underground and has not been seen or heard from since.
Yikes. That's not even the bad part. What's the bad part?
No one has ever fought her and lived to tell about it.
Number 3 on my list, Jenny McCarthy in the truly, unbelievably tasteless and amateurish and unfunny Dirty Love, in which a pretty girl debases herself after she gets hysterical when her boyfriend dumps her. Somebody should have realized it's not funny to see a nice girl like Jenny McCarthy humiliated for fun. The amazing thing is McCarthy wrote the screenplay herself.
The longer I stand here, the more Irv's gonna have to clean up. Well, that seems to be your problem, not mine. No.
Can we get a price check, please, on the supersized maxi pads for the woman who keeps bleeding all over the store?
There are scenes in Dirty Love so tasteless I can't even describe them. No, honest, I can't. I'm thinking of the pool on the supermarket floor.
golly.
Yeah, that one. The movie is not merely bad, it's incompetent and embarrassing. And anyone in the audience, I'd say anyone, could make a better movie than that.
Yeah, you know, and I like the fact that Jenny McCarthy wants to put herself out there, but she should have reined herself in when it comes to this thing.
Coming up next, Richard and I both named the 2 worst films of 2005, and if you still think Daisy Dukes are in style, or you happen to be a gigolo, you may want to leave the room now.
Read Richard Roeper at suntimes.com and Roger Ebert at rogerebert.com.
We asked Lindsay Allen how new Ambient CR helped her with her sleeping trouble. Well, there you are. New Ambient CR has a controlled release formula in a 2-layer tablet. The first layer dissolves quickly to help you get to sleep fast, while the second layer dissolves slowly to help you stay asleep. So you can wake up and get ready for your day. New Ambient CR is one of many treatment options in addition to lifestyle changes that you and your doctor can consider. Ambient CR is non-narcotic. Until you know how Ambient CR will affect you, you shouldn't drive or operate machinery. Side effects may include next-day drowsiness, dizziness, and headache. You shouldn't take it with alcohol. All sleep medicines carry some risk of dependency. Do not use sleep medicines for extended periods without first talking to your doctor. Be sure you're able to devote 7 to 8 hours to sleep before you need to be active again. Ask your doctor about the new Ambient. New Ambient CR. Tomorrow will thank you.
Hello, I'm Orville Redenbacher from Valparaiso, Indiana. And this is 4 ounces of my Orville Redenbacher's Gourmet Popping Corn. And this is 4 ounces of your ordinary popping corn. That's popping okay. But look at mine, it's blowing the top right off of the popper. My Gourmet Popping Corn pops up lighter and fluffier than ordinary corn. Eats better, too. Orville Redenbacher's Gourmet Popping Corn. Try it.
Boys, this is my roommate, Annette. Annette, this is Bo and Luke. Nice to meet you, Bo and Luke.
Ma'am.
Annette's from Australia.
Oh, let's put another shrimp on the barbie. Yo, that's what they say there.
Okay. Richard and I are almost done putting the worst films of 2005 out to pasture, or actually in the pasture, or in what you find in the pasture, or maybe that's what the worst films are. Now, we've gone this entire show without duplicating any of the titles on our list, and then 2 terrible, terrible films have brought us together.
Aww.
My pick for the second worst film of 2005 is The Dukes of Hazzard. And since a little bird told me it's number 1 on Richard's list, well, actually, Richard told me it was number 1 on his list. What can I possibly say that Richard isn't already about to say? Only one thing. How could you possibly think The Dukes of Hazzard was worse than Deuce Bigalow, European Gigolo?
Well, you know, I do think you're dead wrong about Deuce Bigalow. It's not the worst movie of the year. It's the second worst movie of the year. That scene in the restaurant with the woman with the hole in her neck, it's just nauseating. And how about Eddie Griffin's pimp, who's so homophobic he'd rather be known as a serial killer than gay? And that's really some advanced comedy.
Ranking at number 1 on my list of the worst films is indeed Deuce Bigalow, European Gigolo, starring Rob Schneider as a professional fish tank cleaner who visits his buddy in Amsterdam and gets involved in a gang that is murdering male prostitutes. What an amusing inspiration for a comedy. Deuce goes on one date with a giantess who makes him wear diapers.
Deucey, no.
Baby, walk to mommy. Come, come. No, like baby. Baby, walk to mommy. Good baby.
And another date with a woman who's had a laryngectomy and during dinner sprays wine all over him.
Have some wine.
What I wonder when I see movies like Deuce Bigalow, European Gigolo, and Dirty Love is, wasn't there anyone around to tell Rob Schneider or Jenny McCarthy that their screenplays were just simply not funny and were offensive and depressing and sad? A movie can be offensive and funny. There's something about Mary proved that.
Sure.
But the key thing is the movie has to be funny. The next time either Schneider or McCarthy gets inspired to make a movie, they should simply make a documentary of the two of them having lunch together and discussing their plans. It might not be funny, but it would be more amazing than Fantastic Four.
Well, how about this? We can make it the Fantastic Four. We'll join them for lunch, and they can tell us what they think of our criticisms of their movies. That might be
would be a
interesting to watch
reality
as well.
TV
I think
show.
They probably have
yeah.
a few things to say to
Okay.
us. Okay, my pick for the worst movie of 2005. Yep, it's The Dukes of Hazzard. This is yet another warmed-over remake of a bad television show. When are these studio executives going to realize that randomly jamming your index finger in an old issue of TV Guide does not constitute creativity? Now, here's a scene from the original show.
If Cooter's so tore up inside that he treats us like that, we couldn't have picked us a better time to come back to Hazard.
Yeah, but what are you supposed to do for a man that's all full of pain? He won't even tell you where it hurts.
See that? It was a bad show. There's no reason to turn it into a movie. Johnny Knoxville and Sean William Scott play Bo and Luke Duke, not as good old boys, but as leering sociopaths who really should be in jail.
Bo, did you see that sign? I can read! This is how you plan on losing them? You ain't scared, are you? Scared? Hell no!
And with her big head, big hair, big teeth, and big permatan, Jessica Simpson is like a human Barbie doll. But you know what? Your daughter's Barbie, even though it's a doll, probably has a more natural facial expression than Simpson. It looks like it's almost painful for this woman to speak. I know it's painful for me to listen to her.
I'll give you one more chance. You want to order, or you want to sit around and make stupid jokes all day?
Oh, you ain't got to get fussy, man. We're just having a good time. I'll tell you what I'll order, though. We don't want no problems, all right? Let's see, did those legs come over easy?
Oh, my.
Now, the funny thing is there was a lot of publicity about whether Simpson or Britney Spears would get the Daisy Duke role as if this was some kind of plum part. It's not, and yet Simpson isn't even that sexy playing a jiggly bombshell. And poor Burt Reynolds, who was also propped up and dusted off for The Longest Yard, looks like the wax museum version of himself in the Boss Hogg role. Also, you get a nearly mummified Willie Nelson showing up. You can almost hear him thinking, when do I get my paycheck? Of all the bad film versions of TV shows, from the Flintstones to the Honeymooners, which one person I know actually liked, this was one of the most painful to endure.
I know you would probably disagree with me about this, but if they had to put somebody in there playing Daisy Dukes, how about Brittany Murphy, who is not only sexy but actually funny?
And kind of, you know, has a kind of a crazy edge to her, which makes her interesting.
She would have had a little something, not that it would
I got to tell you, though,
really helped the movie.
I don't know. Meryl Streep could have played Daisy Duke and it wouldn't have worked.
That would have been an interesting film. We'll be back to recap our complete list of the worst films of 2005 right after this.
Can you keep your eggs from sticking? Yes, you can. With Pam, America's favorite no-stick spray. Spray the pan, spray the spatula. With Pam, your eggs just come out better. Pam, America's favorite no-stick spray.
Nicorette Fresh Mint is different. It's the first and only stop-smoking gum coated with a cool burst of mint flavor. In fact, consumers prefer the taste 2-to-1 over any stop-smoking gum. It tastes great and fights cravings fast. Nicorette Fresh Mint. Start chewing, start quitting.
Hello, I'm Orville Redenbacher from Valparaiso, Indiana. And this is 4 ounces of my Orville Redenbacher's Gourmet Pumping Corn. And this is 4 ounces of your ordinary pumping corn. That's popping okay. But look at mine. It's blowing the top right off of the popper. My gourmet popping corn pops up lighter and fluffier than ordinary corn. Eats better, too. Orville Redenbacher's Gourmet Popping Corn. Try it.
Would you like to lower your mortgage payments up to 35%?
I can reduce my monthly payments? Tell me how.
Introducing Smart Choice, the home loan exclusively from Quicken Loans. Whether you're buying a new home or refinancing, Smart Choice is the answer. Here's an example. A traditional 30-year loan for $200,000 at 7% interest would be $1,330 a month. But with Smart Choice, that same loan would be an amazingly low $850 a month. That's a difference of over $5,700 a year.
That's good news. So what are we waiting for?
Call toll-free now and see how you can lower your monthly payments up to 35%. The Smart Choice Loan. It's great for refinancing or for purchasing that new home. You get monthly payment flexibility, so you can decide to pay just interest or make payments to principal whenever you want. Call this toll-free number now or go to quickenloans.com to get started and lower your mortgage payments up to 35%. But don't wait. Take advantage today while rates are still low.
Okay, recapping our lists of the worst films of 2005. My list, number 10, The Legend of Zorro. Number 9, Bewitched. Number 8, Guess Who? Number 7, The Man. At number 6, Miss Congeniality 2. At 5, Stealth. At 4, The Longest Yard. Number 3, Monster-in-Law. Number 2, Deuce Bigelow, European Gigolo. And at number 1, or I guess number 437 if you're going the other way, The Dukes of Hazzard.
Okay, my list, number 10, Fantastic Four. Number 9, Elektra. Number 8, Undead. Number 7, Constantine. Number 6, Doom. Number 5, Son of the Mask. Number 4, D.E.B.S. Number 3, Dirty Love. Number 2, Dukes of Hazzard. And my pick for the worst film of 2005. And why stop there? There's a whole decade to think about. Deuce Bigelow, European Gigolo.
Oh, wow. Those are some beauties.
Yeah, those are movies to keep in mind the next time somebody says, gee, you have a great job.
Exactly. We'll just present the list to them.
We'll be back next week with reviews of new movies. Till then, the balcony is closed.
New Blistex Lip Infusion. Sheer liquid that rolls on and absorbs in, bathing lips with hydrating moisture. Discover Blistex. Discover what your lips are missing.
1-800-CONTACTS. Factory fresh contact lenses delivered to your door with a 5-minute phone call. Call 1-800-CONTACTS. We make it simple.
I want to take you on the best vacation. You can sleep all you want, eat all you want, play all you want.
Kissimmee, make more dreams come true.
Do anything you want.
Well, Sarah came in to have her new prescription filled, and I saw that she could have a potential reaction. I called her doctor and found an alternative.
The Medicine Shop Pharmacy, caring beyond prescriptions.
Closed captioning for EBERT and Roeper is brought to you by
Mellow Magic, the new craveable flavor from Jolly Time.
Pop it, squeeze it, stir it up and eat it.
Jolly Time popcorn. Oh, yum!
I'm Bob Vila. If you're tired of the way your kitchen looks,